Aquarius, stop scrolling right now, because on July 29th, the sky is about to hand you something it has not offered in years. A full buck moon is rising directly in your own sign. This is not just another full moon. This is the moon turning its full light on you, exposing everything you have been hiding, everything you have been wanting, and everything you are finally ready to release. Stay with me until the end, because what happens next will change everything for you. Before we begin, like this video, subscribe, and comment. I am ready for my new destiny. Below, to align yourself with the powerful buck moon energy. Let's begin. 1. The buck moon arrives in your sign. On Wednesday, July 29th, the buck moon reaches its peak illumination in the morning hours in the United States, and by evening it rises full and bright in the eastern sky. This is the traditional name for July's full moon, a name that comes from the time of year when male deer grow out their antlers at a rapid pace. But for you, Aquarius, the timing matters far more than the name. This full moon is landing directly in your sign, and that only happens once a year. When the moon is full in your own sign, it means the sun and moon are staring directly at each other across the sky, with you standing right in the middle of that tension. One side of you wants to keep moving forward, focused on goals, ideas, and the future you are building. The other side of you is being asked to slow down, feel what you have been avoiding, and finally admit what you actually need. That pull between the two is exactly what a full moon in your sign creates, and it explains why the days around July 29th might already feel heavier, more emotional, or more revealing than usual. Full moons are always moments of culmination. They are not the beginning of something. They are the peak of something that has already been building. So think back over the last 6 months. Whatever seeds you planted around the new moon in your sign earlier this year are now reaching their fullest expression. Projects you started are showing you whether they were built to last. Relationships you have been questioning are showing you their true colors. Decisions you have been putting off are demanding an answer, because a full moon does not allow you to sit on the fence forever. It forces clarity, even when that clarity is uncomfortable. What makes this particular buck moon so significant is that Aquarius is an air sign ruled by innovation, independence, and the desire to live life on your own terms. When the moon fills up in your sign, it does not just highlight your emotions, it highlights your identity. Who are you becoming? Are you still the person you were a year ago, or have you quietly outgrown that version of yourself without fully accepting it yet? This moon is going to ask you to look in the mirror and answer honestly. You may feel a pull to break away from routines, relationships, or roles that no longer reflect who you actually are. You may feel an unexpected wave of confidence, a sense that you finally see yourself clearly for the first time in a long while. On the opposite side of the sky, this full moon activates the themes of home, family, and emotional roots, since Leo sits directly across from Aquarius. That means alongside this personal spotlight, you are also going to feel pulled toward questions about where you belong, who feels like family to you, and whether your private life matches the image you present to the world. The tension between your public self and your private self is going to be front and center over the next few days. This is the moon asking you to bring those two sides into balance, rather than living as two different people. depending on who is watching. The reason this moon feels so urgent is that full moons in your own sign do not happen often, and when they do, they tend to mark turning points that you look back on months later and recognize as the moment everything started to change. So if you have felt something building under the surface these past few weeks, a restlessness, a sense that you are on the edge of a decision, this is the moment that pressure comes to a head. The good news is that full moons are also moments of release. Whatever has been weighing on you does not have to keep weighing on you after this. The light is here to show you the way through, not just to show you the problem. 2. Love and relationships under the buck moon. When a full moon lands in Aquarius, it touches relationships in a very specific way, because your sign does not fall in love the way other signs do. You need freedom inside connection, not instead of it. You need a partner or friend who feels like an equal, someone you can talk to about ideas and dreams, not just someone to share a routine with. Around July 29th, this need becomes impossible to ignore. If a relationship in your life has been asking you to shrink yourself, hide parts of your personality, or follow rules that feel outdated, this moon is going to make that discomfort loud and clear. You may find yourself less willing to stay quiet about what is not working. For those of you in a relationship that genuinely supports your independence, this buck moon can bring a beautiful sense of closeness. Full moons illuminate truth, and when the truth in a relationship is good, this is when you feel it most strongly. Conversations that have been sitting below the surface may finally happen. You might hear the words you have been waiting for, or you might be the one brave enough to finally say them. There is a strong pull toward honesty right now, the kind of honesty that either brings two people closer together or reveals that they were never as aligned as they hoped. For single Aquarius, this full moon carries a very different kind of energy. Instead of searching for someone to complete you, you are being pushed to fall back in love with your own independence first. This is a moon that rewards self-awareness. You may realize that certain patterns you have repeated in past relationships were never really about the other person. They were about a fear of being truly seen. Full moons expose fear so that you can finally release it. If you have been keeping your emotional walls high because vulnerability feels risky, this lunar peak is asking you to consider what you might be protecting yourself from experiencing. Friendships also come under a spotlight during this period. Aquarius energy is deeply tied to community, to your circle, to the people you consider your chosen family. Around the buck moon, you may notice which friendships feel mutual and which ones have quietly become one-sided. Old friend groups may resurface, bringing either warm reunions or final closure. Some Aquarius natives will feel a strong urge to reconnect with someone from the past during this window, while others will feel the opposite pull, a need to finally close a chapter that has been left open for too long. Both experiences are valid expressions of the same lunar energy. Because full moons complete cycles, they do not always begin new ones. There is also a theme of recognition running through this full moon for matters of the heart. You want to be appreciated not just for what you do, but for who you are underneath all of it. If someone in your life has taken your loyalty for granted, this moon brings that imbalance into full view, and it becomes very hard to keep pretending it does not bother you. On the flip side, if there is someone who has been quietly appreciating you, This is a powerful window for that appreciation to finally be spoken out loud. Whatever direction your relationships take around July 29th, the underlying message is the same. You cannot build real intimacy on a foundation of hiding your true self. And this buck moon is here to remind you that the right people will only love you more once they see the real you. 3. Career, money, and ambition. While this buck moon is deeply personal, it does not stay confined to your inner world. It reaches directly into your career and your finances as well. Aquarius is a sign associated with vision, with seeing the bigger picture long before anyone else catches on. Around July 29th, you may find yourself suddenly certain about a direction you have been unsure of for months. A career move that once felt too risky may now feel obvious. A business idea you have kept private may finally feel ready to share with the world. Full moons bring clarity, and clarity in your professional life right now could arrive almost overnight, like a switch has been flipped in your mind. At the same time, this moon can bring recognition for work you have already put in. Because the moon is illuminating your sign, it is also illuminating your reputation, the way others perceive your effort and your talent. If you have been working quietly behind the scenes, feeling unseen or underappreciated, this window has real potential to bring the acknowledgement you have been waiting for. This could show up as a promotion, an unexpected opportunity, a message from someone important in your field, or simply a moment where you finally feel confident enough to advocate for yourself. Aquarius often struggles with self-promotion, preferring to let the work speak for itself. But this full moon gives you the courage to speak up when it matters most. Money matters connected to shared resources are also highlighted during this period, since the full moon in your sign activates its opposite point tied to security and long-term stability. This is a strong time to review joint finances, negotiate a raise, revisit a contract, or make a decision about an investment you have been sitting on. Because full moons demand honesty, any financial situation involving another person, whether a partner, a business associate, or family member, may reach a point where the truth has to be addressed. If numbers have not been adding up, or if you have had a nagging feeling that something in a financial agreement is unfair, this is the window where that feeling gets confirmed one way or the other. This lunar peak also brings a strong pull toward reinvention in your professional identity. You may find yourself questioning whether the career path you are on actually reflects who you are becoming, or whether you have simply been following a plan that made sense years ago but no longer fits. Aquarius energy craves purpose over prestige, meaning over money, and this full moon can make that craving impossible to ignore. Do not be surprised if you feel a sudden urge to update your resume, start a passion project, or explore an opportunity that has nothing to do with stability and everything to do with feeling alive in your work again. The key theme running through your career and finances right now is alignment. This buck moon is not interested in whether your current path looks successful from the outside. It is interested in whether that path actually matches who you are on the inside. Pay close attention to any moment over the next few days where you feel a flash of excitement about a new direction, and equally pay attention to any moment where a current obligation suddenly feels exhausting in a way it did not before. Both of those feelings are data. Both are the moon showing you exactly where your ambition wants to go next, even if your logical mind has not fully caught up yet. 4. Hidden truths and emotional release. Every full moon has a shadow side, and the buck moon landing in your sign is no exception. This is the point in the lunar cycle where things that have been buried under the surface finally rise up to be dealt with. For Aquarius, who often prides yourself on staying rational and detached from overwhelming emotion, this can feel like an unusual and even uncomfortable experience. You may find feelings surfacing that you thought you had already processed. Old memories, old hurts, or old versions of yourself that you believed you had moved past may suddenly feel present again. This is not the moon punishing you. This is the moon giving you one final chance to release something before it can truly be gone. One of the most common experiences during a full moon in your own sign is a wave of unexpected clarity about a situation you have been avoiding looking at directly. Maybe there is a friendship you have known deep down was not healthy for a while now. Maybe there is a habit or a belief about yourself that you inherited from someone else, and you are only now realizing it was never actually true. Maybe there is a version of your future that you have been chasing simply because it looks impressive, even though it does not actually excite you. Full moons have a way of stripping away illusion, and this one is particularly powerful because it is illuminating your own identity so directly. You may also notice a strong pull to speak your truth, even in situations where staying quiet has always felt safer. Aquarius can sometimes retreat into logic and detachment as a way to avoid difficult emotional conversations. But this buck moon makes that kind of avoidance much harder to maintain. Feelings that you have intellectualized for months may demand to be felt fully instead. This can be intense, but it is also incredibly freeing. There is a specific kind of relief that comes from finally admitting something to yourself that you have known for a long time but refuse to say out loud, even in your own mind. For some of you, this release will show up as tears, frustration, or a short emotional outburst that catches you off guard. For others, it will show up more quietly as a sudden decision, a boundary you finally set, or a message you finally send after weeks of hesitation. There is no wrong way for this energy to move through you. What matters is that you let it move, rather than pushing it back down. Full moons are not meant to be controlled. They are meant to be experienced. Resisting the emotional wave that comes with this buck moon will only make it linger longer than it needs to. It is also worth noting that this window can bring dreams, memories, or intuitive flashes that feel unusually vivid. Pay attention to what surfaces in quiet moments over the next few days, whether that is during meditation, right before sleep, or simply while driving with no music on. Your subconscious mind is doing important work right now, sorting through everything that needs to be released so that you can move forward lighter. Trust what comes up, even if it does not make immediate logical sense. The truth this buck moon is revealing to you is ultimately a gift, even when it does not feel comfortable in the moment it arrives. 5. Health, energy, and personal power. Full moons are known for intensifying energy, and when one lands in your own sign, that intensity is felt directly in your body, not just your mind. Around July 29th, many Aquarius natives report feeling either a strong surge of restless energy or a sudden wave of exhaustion, sometimes both within the same day. This is completely normal during a full moon in your sign. Your nervous system is processing a lot of emotional and mental information at once. And that process takes real physical energy, even if you are not consciously aware of the effort it requires. If you find yourself feeling wired, unable to sit still, or craving movement more than usual, listen to that pull. Physical activity is one of the best ways to work with this lunar energy rather than against it. A long walk, a workout, dancing around your room, anything that gets energy moving through your body can help you process what this full moon is stirring up emotionally. Aquarius sometimes tries to think its way through feelings, but this is a moment where moving your body will serve you far better than over-analyzing in your head. The body often releases what the mind is still trying to figure out how to say. On the other hand, if you find yourself feeling unusually tired, foggy, or in need of extra rest, honor that just as much. Full moons can be draining, especially when they fall in your own sign and are asking so much of your emotional awareness. This is not a time to push through exhaustion out of guilt. Rest is productive right now. Sleep is when a great deal of subconscious processing happens, and giving yourself permission to slow down during this window can actually accelerate the emotional release this moon is trying to bring you. There is no prize for staying busy through a full moon that is specifically asking you to pause and feel. This is also a powerful time to reconnect with your personal sense of power, meaning your ability to trust your own instincts without needing outside validation. Aquarius can sometimes get caught up in group opinion, wanting to belong to a cause or a community so strongly that your individual voice gets a little quieter. This buck moon is asking you to turn the volume back up on your own inner voice. What do you actually think? Separate from what your friends think. Separate from what is trending. Separate from what is expected of you. Reclaiming that inner clarity is one of the most powerful forms of self-care available to you during this lunar peak. Pay attention as well to any physical area of your body that feels tense, tight, or uncomfortable over the next few days, since full moons often manifest emotional buildup as physical sensation before you consciously register what you are feeling. A tight jaw, tension in your shoulders, or a heavy feeling in your chest can all be signals that something emotional is asking for your attention. Simple practices like deep breathing, stretching, journaling, or even just sitting quietly with your hand over your heart for a few minutes can help you listen to what your body is trying to tell you. 6. Rituals to harness this buck moon. Knowing what this buck moon means is powerful, but working with its energy intentionally is where the real transformation happens. The good news is that you do not need anything complicated to align yourself with this lunar peak. A few simple, focused practices can help you move through this window with clarity instead of chaos. The most important ritual for any full moon, especially one landing in your own sign, is a release practice. Take a piece of paper and write down everything you are ready to let go of. This can include old beliefs about yourself, a relationship pattern that no longer serves you, a fear that has been holding you back, or a version of your identity that you have outgrown. Once you have written it down, safely burn the paper or tear it into small pieces, physically marking the act of release. The physical action matters because it tells your subconscious mind that this is real and final, not just a passing thought. Because this full moon is so deeply tied to identity, a mirror ritual can be especially powerful right now. Sit quietly in front of a mirror for a few minutes, look yourself in the eyes, and speak honestly about who you are becoming. This might feel strange at first, but Aquarius energy responds powerfully to self-recognition rituals, since your growth is so closely tied to seeing yourself clearly. You might say out loud what you are proud of, what you are still working on, and what you are ready to fully step into. There is something deeply grounding about hearing your own truth spoken in your own voice. Moonwater is another simple but meaningful practice for this window. Fill a clear glass or jar with water and leave it somewhere it can absorb the moonlight overnight on July 29th, whether that is a windowsill or an outdoor space. In the morning, you can use this water to lightly cleanse your space, water a plant, or simply keep it nearby as a reminder of the intention you are setting during this lunar peak. The ritual itself is less important than the intention you bring to it. What matters is that you are consciously marking this moment as significant, rather than letting it pass by unnoticed like any other day. Journaling with a specific set of questions can also help you process everything this buck moon is bringing up. Ask yourself what truth you have been avoiding, what relationship or situation has been asking for more honesty from you, and what you would do right now if you are not afraid of anyone's opinion. Aquarius often finds clarity through writing, since putting thoughts into words creates the kind of distance needed to see a situation objectively. Do not edit yourself while journaling during this window. Let the words come out messy and honest, because the goal is release, not perfection. Finally, consider spending a few minutes outside under the actual moonlight if your schedule and location allow it. There is something powerful about physically standing beneath a full moon that is illuminating your own sign, even if you cannot articulate exactly why it feels significant. Look up, take a few slow breaths, and simply allow yourself to feel whatever comes up without judging it, whether that is excitement, sadness, relief, or a mix of everything at once. Let it move through you. This buck moon is giving you a rare and direct spotlight on your own life, and the most powerful thing you can do with that spotlight is simply show up for yourself, fully and honestly, exactly as you are right now. So Aquarius, as this buck moon rises on July 29th, remember that this kind of spotlight on your own sign does not come around often, and it is not here to expose you, it is here to free you. Whatever truth surfaces over the next few days, trust that it is leading you somewhere better than where you have been standing still. Take what you have learned here, sit with it, and let this full moon do the work it came to do. And if you want to know exactly how this energy connects to what is coming for you next month, make sure you are subscribed, because the next video is going to reveal something about your future that you will not want to miss. I will see you there.